Today's lesson, we're going to start factoring quadratics where the leading coefficient is greater than 1. So let's look at a problem. So we have 2x squared minus 3x minus 2. Now, what we're going to do first is we're going to make our diamond, and what you have to know is you're going to take a and multiply it by c. Remember, a is the number in front of the x squared, b is the number in front of the x, and c is the number in, by itself. So you're going to take a times c, and you're going to get negative 4. And then you're going to take b and put it down here. And you're going to ask yourself, what two numbers multiply to give you negative 4, but add up to give you negative 3? And negative 4 times positive 1 multiply to give you negative 4 and add up to give you negative 3. Okay? So, step 1, we take A times C and we put it in our top diamond. And then we take B and put it below. All right? Step 2 is, and a lot of my students, this is where they struggle, but we're going to do this all week. So, don't get upset if you don't get it right away, but we're going to do it all week. So, just to make it clear, I'm going to change the colors here. I'm going to take my first term, 2x squared, and I'm going to put it here. I'm going to take my last term, negative 2, and I'm going to put it here. For my negative 3, what I'm going to do is I'm breaking it up into 1 and negative 4, because 1 plus negative 4 equals negative 3. So but now it's very important that you put it in the right spot, right? So for example, if I put positive 1, and by the way, it's going to be, I'm going to put x's here, right? Because we're negative 3, we're replacing it with 1x and 4x. And so if I put 1 over here and negative 4x over here, that's fine. But when it's time to come up with the dimensions, right, I have to be very intentional. So for example, I can't put 2x over here. Why? Because 2 can't divide 1. I have to put 2x up top here. And then over here I have to put x. All right? Now, x times what will give me 1x? 1. 2x times what will give me negative 4? Negative 2. And then when I'm done, I'm going to check it. I'm going to see negative 2 times positive 1 does equal negative 2. If the answer is yes, I'm done. And so my final answer, which I will put in green, is x minus 2 times 2x plus 1. All right? We're going to do a couple more problems, so don't get upset if you're a little confused. And I would rewatch this video because this is a little harder, right? This is why we do it last, and before we do complete factoring, because this part is a little tough. So let's erase. Cut. All right, let's do the next one. So our problem is 6x squared plus 7x plus 2. I'm going to change my pen back to this because I like that better. All right, so remember, step 1, I'm going to change the color here. I'm going to take 6, I'm going to multiply it by 2, right? So in here, I put my 6 times 2, that's 12. And I'm going to take my B and I'm going to put it down here. All right, changing the color to orange. What times what multiplies to give you 12 but adds up to give you 7? They're both positive, so it's 3 times 4, right? 3 plus 4 is 7, 3 times 4 is 12. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a box. I'm going to take, right, exactly from what I have here, 6x squared, and at the bottom 2, right? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this 3 and 4 and add an x to it. But here is where I have to be intentional, right? I can't put 4x over here. I mean, I guess I could, but I think it would make more sense to put 4x over here, right? 3x I'm going to put right here. I mean, I guess it wouldn't matter which way you would put it, but I like to be strategic. I like to decide. So for example, so 3x, so you see 6 here. 6, it can be divided by 3. So what I would do is I would do 3x here, and then I would do 6 divided by 3, and I would get 2, and I would put that up here. And what's nice about that is this 4 can be divided by this 4 can be divided by 2. So what I want to, before we didn't care where we put these, I'm just saying now we're going to put in some thought, because this number right here, I mean, sometimes it's just 2x and x, right? But sometimes it's like other numbers that we have to think about, right? And what I like about this is it's a puzzle. It's like a chess game, right? So we're trying to be a kind of intentional and a move ahead. What times 2 will give you 4? 2. All right. What times 2 will give you 2? Or what times 3 will give you 3? 1. Right? So our final answer is 3x plus 2 and 2x plus 4. All right. One more, and then yeah, we're gonna be done for the day. But don't worry. Tomorrow, yes, tomorrow you will have a problem set, but you will also have a guided lesson again, just to make sure that we understand this. So tomorrow, I understand this is hard. This is one of the harder things that we're going to learn. But that's why we're going to take time doing it. So don't be upset if you don't get it right away. 15x squared plus 11x plus 2. I'm going to take this 15 and I'm going to multiply it by 2. Get 30. I'm going to take my b and I'm going to put it down here. 11. What will multiply to give you 30, but will add up to give you 11? Let's be consistent. 5 times 6, right? 5 times 6 will give you 30. 5 plus 6. Now we're going to make our box. So I'm going to, because I got this, I'm going to take this 15x squared. I get it from here. This 2, right? Then I'm done. Now I have to be intentional. Where does that 5 go? Where does that 6 go? So I'm going to put the 5x over here. And the 6x I'm going to put over here. All right. So 15 can be divided by 5. So I'm going to put the 5x here. And then when I divide 15 by 5, I get 3. So I'm going to put that there. What times 3 will give you 6? 2. What times 5 will give you 5? 1. 2 times 1 is equal to 2. So I'm good. That's good. So my final answer is 3x plus 1 times plus 2. All right. So make sure you fill out your guided notes. And tomorrow we're going to practice some more, okay? But we're practicing this all week. There's actually not going to be a revision week this week. It's just going to be a bunch of small problems. That way you guys get practice throughout the week.